Hello everyone, this is Sean from Barry Digital Media and I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Suno Music Creator. This is an AI powered music creator. I created a short song recently that you're welcome to check out on my channel. It's called The Only Truth Ahead. It's a quick one. I did use some VO3 to create some animation around it, which came out pretty nicely. Overall, I'm quite impressed with the entire product by the end of it, although there's quite a bit of things that I would still improve, and I hope just both VO improves and also, of course, my own skills improve. But okay, so I have something prepared, but I think I also generated just a quick cover here, or a quick. It's just interesting what Suno here generated. So I'm going to play that for you before I get into creating more content. So let's just hear what that sounds like. So that sounded pretty nice, and that was just generated from my own voice. And here's the other one that it created. Pretty interesting, I find. So let's go on over to what I had prepared. And this one here, there's a heavy inspiration that you can probably find within it if you look closely. But I'm just going to read out the lyrics that I have here. And I imagine Suno's going to come up with something that's a little bit more better lyrically. But let's take a look at what I put. So I put confronting the unknown, overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources, like propaganda or internal negativity, aim towards overcoming, aim towards state of clarity, aim towards acceptance, aim towards personal growth. Yeah, and so with the style, actually, I'm going to take out this full music scale for now. I might regenerate it afterwards with the scale, but I'm just asking cello, violin, bass, African tribal drum, boo garaboo, hand drum, and a hoop drum. Inside the weirdness and style influence, I'm really not sure what to do with these. I guess this is chaos and that's moderate. So let's bring down weirdness to maybe about 60%, and style influence, let's bring it down to 60 as well. And then also inside the advanced options here, I said not to use any rap with my style here. The song is going to be speaking with the shadow within. And then let's see. And then I'm also using the version 5 Pro to generate this. So let's generate and see what it comes up with. Okay, and then now that that's generating, I think I can go ahead and create my next ones that I want to generate. So I added full music scale. Okay, and then these guys here, I wonder if I can rename them. Not from what I can see, unfortunately. That's okay. So these guys are still generating. And while they are generating, feel free to, put in some comments inside the comment box. Ask me questions, ask me different things that you want to try out. Tell me your own experiences with Suno VO3. Tell me your thoughts about using AI to, create music. I imagine if you're watching this, then you're pretty up to date with all the different kinds of AI. It's very impressive. I would say it's, in many cases, it's as good as what you'll hear on the radio. Although, of course, there's a deeper. There's usually something deeper. Anyways, that's for you to discuss and not for me to discuss. Okay, so far it's come up with these two songs. One about 130 or 1 minute and 31 seconds, and then the other one is 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So let's take a look at the 131 first. And I don't think I'm going to play it all the way through. I'll probably play it probably about 30 seconds or so, or after the first chorus. Okay, so that one's not coming up with any lyrics. So I'm going to jump ahead. Okay. So let's try that again, but... Okay, so this one has a very long intro by the sounds of it, which I don't mind at all because I think big long intros can help you get into a certain song. In fact, that might be one of the difficulties that, if you're listening to a song on the radio, within the first 15 seconds, you pretty much need to go right to lyrics. Whereas in here, with this example, we have 44 seconds of non-lyrics. Okay, so I'm going to continue on from this point and then let you listen. And then again, I'll probably play it for about 30 seconds, if not complete the entire thing.
Confronting the unknown, overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its source as like propaganda or internal negativity, aim towards overcoming, aim towards a state of clarity, aim towards personal.
Overall, I like it. I don't think it's a winner, but I think it's very close. I thought that Suno would have filled in more of the gaps, but it took my lyrics quite literally, which I don't mind. Maybe I have to specifically press this generating button to do it. I think if you just leave the lyrics here as in a very small sample of lyrics, then it'll start generating its own lyrics. But okay, so let's go on to the second one here. This is the one where it did not have the full music scale in it. And let's just hear what it sounds like.
confronting the unknown, overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources, like propaganda or internal negativity, into overcoming and towards a state of clarity, and towards acceptance, and towards personal growth.
Okay, pretty good. Especially the start there. I felt that movie producers, the music for movie producers, is pretty much covered by things like this. Although that's limited for me to say, really. Um, uh, and going back to the song here, again, I kind of don't like how it used my words exactly, although I think it is working as intended. Or maybe I have to go and shift my advanced options here a little bit. And I did hear a pop right at the end. So a couple issues there, but not bad. Okay, so let's take a look at these two here. These two here, used I used that full music scale. So I'm wondering what kind of difference I'm going to get. And these guys here are also 2 minutes and 38 seconds and 3 minutes and 14 seconds. So these are going to be quite a bit different. And again, I'm wondering if it's going to take my lyrics here verbatim or if it's going to get creative. So let's go with this one first. I should also say that I'll probably jump out pretty quickly if this doesn't have any lyrics soon. Okay, again, I don't mind the intro, but I am looking for the lyrics, so I'm jumping ahead. Okay, so we can hear that it definitely picks up tempo, and pretty quickly we're going to get into the lyrics. So let's go ahead.
Confronting the unknown, overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming, aim towards a state of clarity, aim towards acceptance, aim towards personal growth.
So I like a lot of what's going on here. It actually really surprised me by the end of it. I wasn't expecting the tonal shift, let's say. Also, I noticed with this one and the other one that an accent was added to the vocals. But so for this one here, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to make something with it. But I'm hoping I can actually take out that aim towards personal growth at the end. We'll take a look. So with our last one here, this is speaking with the shadow within again, but our very last one. It's 3 minutes and 14 seconds. I think I'm just gonna, before I mute myself, I'm just gonna go ahead and find the lyrics first.
The unknown.
Okay, already this is coming with a very Middle Eastern almost style with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and
confronting the unknown, overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards acceptance. Aim towards personal growth.
that's really tough. So I thought I was going to go with this first one here, but this one here, I could clearly hear the scale progression of the singer's voice, and then it brought in this really unique ending. So let's try to get back to that scale, and then also listen to the unique end of it as well.
A journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards acceptance. Aim towards personal growth. Aim towards acceptance. Confronting the unknown, overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards
tough. Let's see. Let's open this one in Studio.
Overcoming.
I'm going to turn down your volume a little bit for the application, so I'm not blowing out your ears as I do this. Hopefully this is better.
Overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, personal growth.
Okay, so I need to find out whether or not there's any popping. That's probably the biggest thing first.
Overcoming negativity, immunity to fear, a journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards acceptance. Aim towards personal growth.
Okay, I don't think there's any popping there.
Overcoming negativity. Confront.
It's probably about here somewhere. It's not that all that introduction is good or bad, but just trying to get a short clip, really. Or just a shorter clip. I do kind of wonder if I could make a really good, half an hour track with this, but let's walk before I run. Let's wish there was a quick way to see if there is popping. I'm a little worried.
A journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming.
I think that's what I'm going to do. With this clip here, I think I'm going to start or cut it back to when he starts talking about aiming. It'd be nice if there was just a button here to bring the entire track over. I wonder. Oh, it is making space. Okay, that's kind of strange, but okay.
Aim towards.
So let's extract. Okay, while it's extracting, I'm going to remind myself about these.
From the unknown, a journey of into all. A journey of acceptance, recognizing and acknowledging fear from towards overcoming. Aim towards personal. To fear or in turn. Aim towards overcoming. Yeah, yeah. A journey of acceptance. Confronting the unknown. Overcoming negativity. Immunity to fear. A journey of acceptance. Recognizing and acknowledging fear from its sources like propaganda or internal negativity.
That is quite the interesting track. In fact, I will. Okay, let's go back to our other projects. These are some very funky colors right here. Okay, and so now we've extracted everything. So let's mute this main track. Oh, where did my, oh, okay, strange. Let's see, we want our vocals. I want to find out my B vocals. Drums, bass, percussion, strings, synth, and FX. Okay, let's get rid of these. So now we're just taking a look at all of our different tracks. We're muting our top track. And then, let's see. So our vocals are down at the bottom there. Or I don't know, didgeridoo strings? Nothing? Okay, let's mute strings. Okay, we'll probably want to keep percussion. I don't know. Bass. Yeah, bass. I don't think the bass is helpful. That's probably good. Oh, just at the start here. Not bad. But
Hail towards a state of clarity. Hail towards acceptance. Into what personal growth.
okay, yeah, let's cut out that personal growth junk.
Into what?
So
Into
okay, so how long is this now? I can't quite see it a time scale that's easy to see.
aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards acceptance.
So that's not bad. Okay, I'm glad I'm able to continue my stream here, or my stem.
Or internal negativity. From its sources like propaganda or internal negativity. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards
I think there was a small glitch somewhere in there.
a state. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards a state of clarity.
Yeah.
From its sources like propaganda. From its sources like propaganda. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards acceptance. Aim towards overcoming. Aim towards a state of clarity. Aim towards acceptance.
I think there's just that small glitch in there.
towards a state of clarity. Sail towards a state. Sail towards a state of clarity. Overcoming. Sail towards.
Okay, I think I'm gonna call it here for this. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, but um, I'll probably come back and work on this a little bit more, but then also try a different a different style because I wasn't really expecting to go with these lyrics. Although this did surprise me in the way that it created the music. So yeah, thank you for joining me.